This case study is where IAG stood up a requirement center of excellence in a very rapid and effective and efficient manner. The client was a Fortune 1000 bank, and although they had over 200 analysts focused on doing detailed specifications, they had no group focused on business requirements. This was impacting their overall project success with regards to on time, on budget, and getting the functionality they needed and so forth. So although they had very little budget to improve, they knew it was critical that they did. As with many organizations, a lot of their time was focused on business-driven projects, as well as integrating acquired organizations that they did on a very regular basis, every 1 to 2 years. So they went out to the street with an RFI and invited vendors to present possible solutions. 3 vendors were selected, including IAG. Now, because we're a requirements organization and that's what we focused on, I asked for a few hours with them to help prepare a right-size proposal for them. So over a 3-day period, we met half an hour to an hour a day so I could understand the background. And because this is a case study, obviously IAG was selected. Our approach was right-sized for them. That's why they selected. We have a defined approach to assess the organizational maturity. It takes about 3 days on site, speaks to a number of different stakeholders, and we come up with a very quick, rapid report. It's not focused on so much what the problems are, it's focused on what they need to do to be successful. Our plan then only allocated 3 weeks to elaborate a requirements process and practice into a requirements playbook that was compatible with their existing project management lifecycle and software development lifecycle and had associated requirements templates. So 3 weeks to do that. We could do that because we've set up dozens of requirement centers of excellence, have a number of artifacts that we could tailor very quickly into their organization so they can get a running start. Obviously, we needed to communicate what we're doing across the impacted stakeholders. So while we were doing that, we're also doing initial training of staff and a series of lunch and learns for impacted stakeholders such as project management and so forth. Their budget was only $100,000, so we had to work very, very quick. The strategy to adopt this requirement center of excellence was over an 18-month period to use the money available on business-driven projects as a catalyst for coaching and mentoring. We completed about 15 of these projects over 18 months. The average project to gather requirements was about 2 weeks in length. And we sold the success of these projects to promote internal adoption and used that momentum to build up an infrastructure of a requirement center of excellence over that period. So when IAG was left, they had stood up a requirement center of excellence that was capable of delivering projects on time and on budget.